Hello, hello. So let's get into the story over here. All right. Dead end jobs, the grim reality of working in these 10 professions. Oh boy, 10 dead end jobs. Are you stuck in a dead end job? Do you feel like you have no room for growth, no opportunity for advancement, and no chance of fulfilling your potential? If so, you're not alone. Millions of people around the world are trapped in jobs that offer little to no satisfaction. Can't get no satisfaction. Pay poorly or have bleak prospects for the future. In an ever changing job market, some professions are becoming increasingly stagnant. Here are 10 such professions. Oh boy. First one, retail sales associate. Definitely. Certain jobs make money off of your labor, and there's no way to scale up sales. you know, you are the front line, you make sales, you can they can give you a commission, maybe, possibly, but after a while, just relying on a person to sell things to people is not very efficient. That's why Amazon has become such a big company because people just look up online on their whims when they want something. And yeah, so you reach more people and you get exactly the people that would buy without any overhead of, having a mortgage or bills to pay as you would when you're dealing with people. Retail sales associate. The world of retail is often marred by low wages, limited growth opportunities, and the threat of automation. Ooh, yeah. Retail sales associate face a challenging environment with minimal prospects for advancement. The rise of online shopping further threatens these roles. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. It's game over. What is this now? Food service workers. Yes. Yes. The whole tipping industry become popular because these people are underpaid for essentially taking your order and bringing you your food. Food service jobs, including fast food workers and wait staff, often come with high stress, low pay, and irregular hours. The lack of benefits and care profession makes it a tough path for many. Yeah, they should all they're better off just driving for Uber or Lyft. If you're gonna do those professions, you probably make more money just driving. The lack of benefits and career progression makes it tough for many. Yeah. Telemarketers. I still am blown away that that's still a job that exists. Telemarketers have one of the highest turnover rates in any industry. It's an easy job to train people. You just talk to people and get them to either buy things or pay for things. Uh, yeah. And you're not making a lot of money doing that because you're not going to get that many leads. You know what I mean? So how can you afford to have a bunch of people in that occupation? With increasing automation and negative public perception, it's not just perception, the future looks bleak for this profession. Repeated nature of the job. Because you're bothering people, you're basically harassing people at that point. Manual laborers. No. And it's not a dead end job. Is a manual laborers, um, it can it it can be a very high paying profession. For instance, plumbers and stuff like that. It can be a very high paying profession. The problem is that you work with your body, and injury can tend to take you out of the job market. And it's hard to scale it up because your your tool of your occupation is your body. And there's only one of you. Can't really scale it up. Jobs involving manual labor, such as construction or factory work, can be physically demanding and often lack job security and upward mobility. These roles are also vulnerable to economic downturns, but but those are jobs that just not going to go away. Products need to be made. Like it's not going to go away. Uh, which can lead to sudden job losses. The physical toll of these jobs can lead to long term health issues, further jeopardizing workers' financial stability. Yeah. It's not, it doesn't lead to job security based on the fact that if unless you have regular you have a job where your services are in regularly in demand. If it depends on a customer base that is very infrequent, you know what I mean? There's going to be times where a lot of people are not going to need your services. And there are going to be times where a lot of people are going to need your services, but you can't fill the demand because there's just one of you. So you're not going to be able to offset it. You're not going to be able to fulfill a bunch of orders one day that's going to cover you for the time when you're not going to get a bunch of orders. So I can see why it's not a very stable profession. Uh, let's see here. Administrative assistants. Yeah, yeah. Despite being a backbone of office operations, because like I would see why that's true because nowadays, I mean, the only thing that makes it different from being like a goddamn service worker is you're gonna need a college degree. And nowadays most people have college degrees because college is a big industry. So a lot of people can qualify, which means you're easily replaceable. Uh, Despite being a backbone of office operations, administrative roles are facing stagnation and are at higher risk of being replaced by automated systems. These positions often have a ceiling in terms of advancement. Yeah, who are you going to assist? You can't be the assistant to the assistant, so you're not going to be going anywhere. These positions often have a ceiling in terms of advancement and career growth. Moreover, the increasing trend of remote work can reduce the demand for in-person administrative support. Cashiers. Thought that was already covered in sales. I guess sales associate is a different kind of job. The role of cashiers is rapidly changing. Automation again. Automation. I think this one right here is I think that's the only one that can be automated. Manual labor. They can't really be automated to a sense because even factory workers they they work with the automation. They work with the machines. Many cashier positions are part time, offering little in the way of job security or benefits, and the repetitive nature of the work and limited interaction can also be unsatisfying for those seeking more engaging employment. Yeah, it'd be mind numbing after a while doing that and hearing that beep. Like that would drive me crazy. Just the beep, just ding, ding, every time you scan an item, I would flip out. I would lose it, man. I can't. I can't. You probably wake up in the middle of the night hearing that beep in your dreams because you had just had a nightmare about that beep, and you're like, and you're still kind of hearing it, like the echo of the beep, and you're just looking around your room and you're breathing heavy. It's like, nah, that I can't do it. Taxi drivers. The rise of ride-sharing apps has significantly impacted the traditional taxi industry, leading to reduced demand and earnings for taxi drivers. Yeah, this profession also faces challenges like long working hours and high operational costs, making it less attractive. Yeah. Yeah, I think the main issue with taxi drivers would be not only the competition from these Uber and Lyft and stuff like that, is that they they just can't source customers uh, quickly enough to to not just be sitting around in a cab wasting a lot of time. Like most of your job hours you're not being paid for, uh, you're working long hours doing nothing, getting not getting paid very much. It's just not very stable. Anyways, let's see the next one. Uh, Textile workers. Ooh, textile workers. Well, they're like putting fabric into a machine. Textile industry faces challenges like outsourcing and automation. Again, automation is getting everybody, leading to a decline in traditional textile manufacturing jobs. Workers in this field often face low wages, poor working conditions. Additionally, the shift towards sustainable and ethical fashion is reshaping the industry. It's the sustainable fashion? Ethical? What does ethics have to do? You making vegan clothes now? No animals was harmed in the making of my silk sheets. Uh, Print journalists. The shift towards digital media has drastically affected print journalism, like newspapers, that kind of stuff, with many publications facing declining circulation and revenue. The industry's uncertainty has led to job cuts and reduced opportunities for aspiring journalists. Moreover, the rise of online platforms have changed the way news is consumed, further challenging the traditional print media. Yeah, yeah, because news and journalism has shifted towards entertainment at this point, simply to make money. And real journalists are still competing with entertainment journalists, and entertainment journalists are making more money and they get more attention. And sometimes they could just take your story. You did real reporting, real research on a topic, and you do your little print journalism, and they just take your story and they do their little entertainment news and they just cite your sources. Bank tellers, the banking sector's shift towards digital services is reducing the need for traditional bank tellers, making this profession less secure. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I didn't really consider that. Not a lot of people are going to physical banks to take out cash and that kind of stuff, unless they're trying to take out a loan or apply for a loan, something like that. They don't really need uh, people so much. Uh, Reducing the role of bank tellers is evolving, requiring more technical skills and less personal interaction. Furthermore, the increasing preference for online and mobile banking solutions is likely a continued diminishing demand for in-person banking service. And also, if those things weren't introduced, going to the bank would be a lot like going to the DMV. If people are just going in there to ask the name questions about how much they have in their freaking account, holding up a goddamn line, I'll be pissed. So it's a good thing, I would say. And that is 10. That is 10 occupations that have no upward mobility. Anyways, until next time.